welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We've got some SCENTSY on deck, and I feel like that is a majority of my subscribers' favorite. So when I came across this training from a top SCENTSY leader that we have reacted to on my channel before, giving a training on how to recruit and sponsor new teamies in SCENTSY. And we're gonna get right the fuck into it, but first, we need the disclaimer.
No telling where we'll be going, but I'm gonna be on it, you know it for sure. Think I might leave shawty at the crib. Can't stress by nobody child today. That's why I'm out.
If you're unfamiliar with SCENTSY, they are an MLM, also known as a multi-level marketing company, network marketing company, party plan company, social selling company. Some would even refer to them as a pyramid scheme because of their current business model that encourages recruitment and gives their consultants more money when they do have a larger team because of the bonuses. SCENTSY has been rolling out a lot of changes over the past few months, and in my opinion, that's because the FTC is starting to crack down more and more on these scammy, predatory business practices, in my opinion. Now, the reason they're getting away with this is because they do sell a product, and the product that they focus on right now is, you may have been able to tell by the name, scented products. The primary product that they came out with, and they are very well known for, is the quote-unquote wickless candle. It's the warmer that you plug into the wall that has a light bulb and a dish on top where your scented wax can melt and make your space smell better or worse. Or in some cases, not at all. So anyway, now that we have that background out of the way, again, this is a tippity top leader in SCENTSY. That means she has a ton of people below her. With that, let's get the fuck into it.
Good morning. Woohoo! I'm gonna wait for someone to hop on here and tell me that they can hear me well. Hope the volume is good. It is almost time to get started.
What do you mean, almost?
Let's do this. Good morning. I'm always the early bird. Hi, Anya. Does it sound good? How's the sound? Oh, wow. I have no idea what just happened.
We don't either.
But that was kind of fun. How's the sound? Oh, don't put my thumb up. I'm going to see fireworks again. Probably hearts and I don't know what else.
Here's a word of advice for anybody who's doing Facebook Live trainings. Be ready as soon as you hit live. Don't fucking make these people wait. Majority of them, if they're not already there, are gonna come back and watch the replay. They don't want to sit here for the first 4 to 5 minutes and listen to you waiting for other people and finding new reaction things that pop up. They came for the training. They want the training. They don't want you bouncing around and asking if people are here. Be ready for a training when you go live.
All right, let's get started this morning. Happy Friday to you. When you hop on, do me a favor and tell me where you're watching from and what company you're with.
My name is Sam, and I'm good at karate.
So I can kind of regulate that as well. For those who don't know me, my name is Wendy Heath Newgas, and I'm a superstar director out of Southern California. I've been selling direct sales for 23 years. I know, right? Crazy.
So now that SCENTSY is allowing their consultants to go outside of the SCENTSY world and make money in different ways, which is something that they just recently announced in the past month or so, she's now training different companies on recruiting.
Oh, they wasted no time.
I did a jewelry company for 8 years and was actually doing a fundraiser when I walked by and smelt some yummy wax warming. I thought it was a candle. And I'm like, that smells great. She goes, oh yeah, there's some wickless candles. Didn't hear the wickless part. Walked by the booth, seriously, and went, I can't have those. I'm married to a fireman, and he's now retired. But I go, I'm married to a fireman, and I'm not allowed to have candles at my house. And she goes, oh, guess what? It's warm with a light bulb. I seriously brought home the product from my fundraising event while selling jewelry and donating to a church, plugged it in, and my husband's like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I'm not seeing comments. Don't forget, oh, hi, why? And I said, that is the coolest thing I have ever seen. And it's also super, super handy. Like, and so smart and so safe.
So she joined the cult. I can't. It's a f***ing product. They act like they plugged it into the wall and everything immediately changed.
Life-changing.
That's not how it works at all. You plugged it into the wall, the light came on, and your wax melted. Your life wasn't changed by a wax warmer, like so many of these consultants like to say.
So my passion, as I changed my office from pink, the company color, to purple, SCENTSY's color, and I never looked back because right away I felt that passion. Hello, Jenny.
Hello, Jenny.
Hey, Jenny, if you're out there.
For keeping the candles out of people's homes. So we're going to talk about your passion and how it works for your business today. Don't forget to tell me the company. I love to see all the different companies, and I'm so blessed and so grateful to have Josh in my life, as you just don't know what you need, right? You get to that point in your life. I am now an empty nester. My kids are grown. I have a grandchild. I know. A lot of this energy and all of this with no coffee. I know. So crazy. But what if I told you this morning, as we're talking about recruiting, what if I said, the next person you sponsor or recruit, whatever word you choose in your business, could be your next rock star. The next person you bring could change your business, your life, and theirs. Wouldn't that make you want to think about, ooh, I need to share this opportunity. I need to share this gift of our company, whatever that company is. Hello, Missy. Oh, I'm so good to see you. She's definitely a SCENTSY. Hi, Anne from Amari. I see Amari. I see some SCENTSY friends on here. Amari. Wow. Charlene?
Amari is super toxic. They like to prey on people with mental illnesses like myself and tell them that they have the cure to all of their things and lead them in that direction. Don't fall for that, please. Also, this is so confusing. Like, I cannot wrap my head around what is happening right now because if you don't know, if you're new here, I was in SCENTSY for about 4 years and I was drinking the Kool-Aid, we can say. Because my brain is so programmed to see these SCENTSY leaders training on SCENTSY and only SCENTSY, I can't wrap my head around the fact that she is talking about recruiting to another company could be a life-changing opportunity, especially when she and many other leaders within SCENTSY for so long have been saying, you have to join SCENTSY. It's different here. We're not like other MLMs. This is the best MLM to join, and this will change your life. Now their tune is changing because they're seeing an opportunity for what?
Cha-ching! Cha-ching!
More dollar signs, which is what they wanted the whole time. And like I've said in the past, there is no problem with that. There is no problem admitting that you are working for money, but don't walk around and tell people that you're doing it because you want to make their life better and change their life and make them financially secure and all of these things you all have been saying in the past. It's time to have a seat.
Busy girl. I love it. They always say the best people to sponsor are the busy ones, because when they say they have no time, they really can make time, but they're also the busiest. So, and it's also some of the best people I have sponsored. Anyway, so recruiting isn't just about adding people to your team. It's about building a community. I'll tell you what, see, I get emotional.
Crocodile tears.
Oh my God, she does this every time. She's just like Heidi, who is one of the co-founders and past co-CEOs of SCENTSY, who always gets on a training and just fucking cries.
The world smells violin and it's playing just for you.
Stop trying to sell us with your emotions. We don't want to buy them. We don't want them. They are on the fucking clearance last chance rack and we're not paying for them anymore.
And I reached back and started bringing people along with me on my journey. My business changed. My life changed. I really can sell easy. Like, sales come easy to me. So sponsoring, it takes some time. It takes some thought. Instead, I thought, I'm just going to share my passion. But I'll tell you what, if you're just beginning or you're teaching your new people, sponsoring is what changes our business. The sales are money for today. that sponsoring and changing lives, and your life as well, is money for tomorrow and the future. That's what we need to let them know right from the get-go.
Is that the quiet part out loud? That every single MLM that you're training right now is a fucking pyramid scheme? Because where it's really life-changing is when you start bringing other people in. Why is that, Wendy?
It's clearly a pyramid scheme.
I wish I would have done more sponsoring in the beginning. I've been in SCENTSY now for 15 years. Oh, SCENTSY. Hello, Jill. So I wish I would have sponsored more in the beginning. I was so into selling this product. My passion was getting candles out of people's homes so they could have a safe opportunity to make their home smell good, right? I always use that tagline. You know what they say? The first thing they notice when they walk in your home is how it smells every time they purchase a product. So find ways that work with your company and how you can actually change lives. But you need to sponsor. So let's talk about it. Really having that belief in your products and in your company is really magnetic. It's that belief and that passion. When you believe what you are doing, people feel it. I mean, you can tell when I talk about SCENTSY, I love it. And you're with Amare. That's right, Patricia. You want to lead with passion, not pressure. You want to share your why and what this business has done for you.
If somebody comes up to you and shares their why and tries to get you to commit to a business opportunity, know that it's a scam.
Just run away.
A real business opportunity will not include somebody giving you their life backstory and how this company changed their life. Think about it this way. Actual recruiters who get paid to recruit for places like hospitals, we're talking surgeons, nurse practitioners, nurses, things like that, medical field, they needed to go to school for this thing. Imagine if a doctor who spent years of education preparing for his profession, if a recruiter at a hospital took them to dinner and gave them the story of why they give all the credit to the hospital for making them financially stable and changing their life and making it better. That doctor is not coming back. That doctor is going far away from that hospital. Actual recruiters who are trained to recruit for businesses like hospitals, they don't share whys. They give these people who are trying to dive into their careers and start a career path of their own, regardless of what they're recruiting for outside of the MLM. They want to know why this area, what's going on in this area for me? Why is this going to work for me? What's in it for me? What are you paying me? What are my hours going to be? What's my office going to look like? It's never about the person trying to recruit you. And when they try to make it about them to give you an emotional reaction, that is a red flag. Marketing should always be about you. And unless you're buying a product, you shouldn't have to pay them to have feelings that they're having. That's basically what they're selling you on. Feelings.
I have enough of those already.
They want you to have feelings like they had. They want you to have changes like they had. And the odds of any of that happening in an MLM business model are so slim. There's actually an article linked in every single one of my videos from the FTC warning people of the level of failure you will likely reach if you join SCENTSY or Amari or any other MLM. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let's continue.
How it's changed your life, not in a braggy way, with your energy, your authenticity, and your heart. You want to share why your company has changed your life for the better. And the more that you share that, your passion, my friends, is really your biggest asset. People are drawn to that. People want that. People want to be with people that are excited about what they're doing. It could be like this. Here's a scenario.
That's friends, not business. You go to a job, you do work to make money. Your career, priority number one, income, return of investment, profit, not friends. And again, if that is something that somebody is trying to sell you, and they're trying to sell you a job, business opportunity, whatever it is, that's a huge red flag. Do people make friends by working in different places and having different experiences with different jobs? Yes, absolutely. Have I ever once woke up in the morning and said, I have to go to work because the community of my office is what keeps me going? I don't even care if I get a paycheck. no. And I don't know anybody that will say anything different if they're being honest with you. Work equals money. Job equals money. Owning a business equals money. Having fun, being in a community, that's spare time. That's extracurriculars. That's church community. That's trivia nights. That's going out to eat, meeting people on your own, going to a mixer, whatever it is. That is life outside of work. You shouldn't have to pay for friends. You shouldn't have to pay for relationships. That's all I'm trying to say. Also, to add to that, if you do join a company like this in the hopes that you are joining a community and making these connections, it's going to be a huge waste of time in most cases, in my opinion, because once you leave that MLM, the community does too.
You sound like a smart lady speaking from experience.
I do a lot of voice messages to my team. Hey girl, just looking at sales. Wow, you had a good month. Proud of you. Mary, you are rock. Is this call number 2 or voice message number 2? Mary, you are rocking your business and I am so proud of you. How's your sponsoring coming this month? Your sales are fire.
Oh, just block her.
Immediately blocked. Block future numbers associated with this name, block future email addresses, block.
Block them all.
You think that voice message is going to make her day? How about voice message? I see you. You're doing big things. Guys, people can hear it in your voice. They should be able to feel it. Your passion for what you do should ooze. How does that sound?
I just threw up in my mouth a little.
That sounds gross. That's how that sounds. Ooze.
That's fucking gross, okay?
I used to have to put in notes and patients' charts and whatnot and take messages and, I was a medical assistant in a surgeon's office. So I would hear the word ooze a lot and I could never say it. I was like, I can't say it. Just look at the screen. It's there. It's there. That word is gross. Why are you using that in a training? No, I don't want oozing. Oozing is bad. Oozing means infection. Full circle moment. SCENTSY, Amari, MLMs, they are oozing with infection.
Ooze throughout your pores and your skin. If you're not, maybe you're not in the right circle of people. I hate to say that, but yes, that's right, Patricia. So you want to share stories and the way your business has changed your life. Because facts tell, which is awesome. Everybody likes the facts, but stories, they sell. Talk about how they impact. I love to say that
coming from somebody who is not a marketer, I'm not trained in marketing. I just pay attention to a lot of marketing. But when people say that, facts tell, stories sell, I can understand where they're coming from, but it gives I didn't go to school for marketing and I'm just going to run with this. Because there's more to that, I feel like. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're a marketer that went to school for marketing, but I feel like there's way more to just tell a story to get people wrapped in with their emotions. There's way more to it. There's people who think logically, like myself, now that I have been duped by MLM so many times. Yeah, the emotional stories are great, but what the is it gonna do for me? Is this a product that's gonna improve my skin? What's it gonna do for my transparent ass skin? What is this product going to do for my carpet? What is it? I don't care that you have a better life. Cool, congrats. What the is it gonna do for me? Giving me belief that I could do it just because you did it and your leader did it and their leader did it? I don't care. That still doesn't tell me what it is absolutely going to do for me. So all that to say, it's way more than facts telling stories sell.
Business helped me put my kids through private school, through private college. SCENTSY even paid for my daughter's wedding. People say things like this, but you've got to really know and listen to what people say. And they're in public, or you're at an event if you do parties or event or live things, or you're
Master Manipulation 101. If I was a marketer that went to school for this and spent time learning how to market and then sought training like this from somebody who has no idea how to market, pretending like they do, I would be infuriated. So I'm infuriated for those marketers out there that are experienced, that have the training and the education and the knowledge behind the psychology of buying and things like that. I feel for them. They just keep trying to pretend they're all different types of professions. Health professionals, now they're marketing professionals, and none of them have gotten any training other than them leading each other, the blind leading the blind through these business quote unquote opportunities.
On a Zoom, listen, watch body language and see what people say. When they're like, oh, I don't think I could do this. I just don't have the money or the time. There are tons of excuses. Everybody's got one. You need to listen intently, find out the way your business can help them. Going in and saying, oh my God, I earned all these free trips. I was top 50 and I got Bora Bora and now I'm going to Peru. Okay, that's all true. But that may not excite someone. You may say, I love to travel. And so with SCENTSY, we offer these trips and it's such a blessing that I can travel around the world and be places I've never been. All these new experiences. It's just so wonderful. Maybe it's a mom that's like, I just want to get out one night a week and come to your in-home meeting. I do an in-home live person meeting. So right away I tell them about our community. You don't think that sells a business? It does. People want friends. People need friends.
Yikes.
Oh my God, what is this? How desperate she was for friends when she joined? You don't need this kind of experience in your life to get friends. If you need friends, I know how that feels. I moved 1,800 miles away from my home 11 years ago. So I understand how difficult it can be. And on top of that, that is how I got roped into my first MLM, which was SCENTSY. How many friends do I have from SCENTSY that are like solid check-in friends? Like, hey, haven't heard from you in a while. How you doing? Approximately 0. We follow each other online, but that's just because we never unfollowed each other. And then those of us who have escaped the MLM world, we are friends in solidarity. We're not people. You know what I mean?
No offense meant.
And that's not to offend anybody. It's just we were people who crossed paths in SCENTSY, and that was it. When you leave an MLM like SCENTSY, again, so does the community. They're not going to support you speaking out about the MLM industry. If you feel like you have opened your eyes to what a scam it is, they're not going to support that. They'll probably block you. They're not going to support you moving to another MLM in most cases, because now you're even bigger competition. You might take team members and things like that. So the community aspect is total horseshit. There are other ways to make friends. There are. You can go out and meet people at different places. You can interact online in places that are not predatory. Bumble has a friend thing, I believe. There are way more options than handing over your hard-earned money from your job to join an MLM to have friends.
I feel like our world is so broken by politics, and I'm not going to get into that people just need a good community and a good place where they feel loved. So whether you do a meeting or a Zoom, everyone is invited. Let them know the opportunities that you or your upline share.
That's a problem. And let me tell you why. Because if I have any kind of gathering at my house, if you are sexist, racist, homophobic, the list goes on.
Get the fuck out of my sight before I demolish you.
You are not welcome here. You're not welcome in my life. I'm not trying to convince you to agree with me, because there are facts that you can go find on your own, you ignorant fuck. Those people are not allowed in my house. So the fact that you're telling a community of people you don't even know that everyone is welcome in this community is a problem. Racism is still very much alive. Sexism and homophobic also very much alive. The fact that you can just close your eyes to that in your community is a huge problem for me, and it should be a huge problem for a lot of people.
That may be what they want, but when you're doing all the talking and you're not doing any listening, you're not going to know which way to go in. In just a few minutes, I'm going to show some different ways to say, instead of the word join, and I can share this document. It's really helpful, and it's broken down. And when someone talks about wanting community, here's words you can say. When someone talks about focusing on adventure, here's more words you can say. It's really, really handy.
Wait a fucking minute. I'm going to put this up on the screen and read through it. The manipulation sponsor SCENTSY, things to say instead of join. In my opinion, it should say sponsor SCENTSY. 29, I think I counted. 29 ways to manipulate the fuck out of people to join your cult. Okay, let's read through it. It's like your objection list. So if somebody objects to joining your team, use these words instead of join. If they want community, they're going to use the words be a partner, partner with me, be a part of, come do this with me, become a brand ambassador with me, come do SCENTSY with me. Have you thought about doing SCENTSY with me? Do this with me. Be part of our amazing family. Oh my God, way to prey on vulnerabilities. This is awful. I really don't think I have to say too much to express how awful this is, so I'm going to keep it brief and just keep reading through these lists. So this next category is for people who want to focus on adventure. Start your own adventure. Take a chance. Start your journey. Give it a shot. Test drive the consultant life and experience the purge. Straight to the point. Start. Open with your own account. Unlock your SCENTSY account. Unlock your SCENTSY account, but you have to pay. Unlock your SCENTSY account. I never had one to be locked in the first place. That's like the people who try to scam the elderly and they're like, you have to unlock your bank account. So we need all this information for you. The financial possibilities. Get paid / make money back on your own purchases. I thought we weren't supposed to be doing that anymore. At least that's what Orville said. They want people who really want to build their business, not hobbyists. But anyway, make money with me. Make money with SCENTSY. Pay yourself instead of me. Open your own business. Start your own side hustle. It's not your own business. And even Orville said that in the last end of month call. He said that y'all are 1099 contractors, in case you missed it. All right, flip those SCENTSY fans. Turn your customer account into a consultant account. Turn your passion for fragrance into a business opportunity. Share your love for SCENTSY with others. Lifetime membership and discounts. Fun and kickbacks on your own purchases. Get a rebate on your purchases. It's like a rewards account. So there's the master manipulation sheet for SCENTSY consultants and now consultants across the world for all MLMs, because Wendy is able to teach them all how to recruit to their bullshit MLM pyramid scheme business models, in my opinion, allegedly.
Hi, Manon. How are ya? So, use curiosity, listen, and not convincing. Drop little breadcrumbs in your social media of things you're doing and how this has impacted your life. I get to travel here. I get to take this day off. I'm out here hiking, working my business on my phone. I'm on the beach, working my business, making money, right? Of course, if your company has income disclosure claims, make sure you share that as well. But sharing your life and letting people see your passion, that's really, really the best way I can say to sponsor, recruit, whatever your company uses with Amari. Oh, yay! Tell me your favorite product, Manon. I love it. I love it. Like I said, I was selling jewelry and it was kind of a selfish buy. No offense. It was just something for me when I was buying it. People will buy and spend a little more money when it's for their home or for their family. Hence, that's why I changed companies. Had a huge team. I let it all go because I had the passion for keeping the candles, real candles, out of people's homes. I really led with passion, and that is what drew me in. You just need to listen and define what they need, right? What they need in their life. It's not about you guys. It's arrows out.
Arrows out. That's another one that I heard at nauseum when I was in SCENTSY. Arrows out. So if you're not familiar with that term, they always said, keep your arrows out. You never want them pointing in because you want to be helping other people and shooting for the stars and not keeping your arrows in.
And blah, 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 blah.
Shut the fuck up. Have several seats. When you get on an airplane,
If something were to happen.
whose mask are you putting on first? You got to save yourself first. Save your self first. It's okay to put yourself first in life because you will die if you don't give yourself what you need.
Well, that's a fucking grim outlook.
The basic essentials of what you need, whether it is community or it is financial stability, you always have to put yourself first in life in most cases. If, of course, you want to live a life that is your own. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? It is okay to be selfish in your life as long as you're not being a dick about it, like the MLM consultants that are trying to recruit people and sell them on the false hope that they can make money so that they can keep lining their pockets. That's an issue. That's a problem. That's when putting yourself first is absolutely being a dick. Because most of the time when people are being recruited into an MLM, they're given very limited information and the answers to any questions that they have that are legitimate business questions are very, very vague. In that moment, the person that is trying to recruit you is putting themselves first. They're not thinking about you and what this might be doing listening to you and the actual statistics of the MLM business model and the likelihood of the person they're recruiting making it to the same level that they're at, they're not thinking about that. They're thinking about the bonus that they're going to get because they're getting a new team member. Remember that.
In it for me, it's what's in it for them. And when you lead that way, your heart will change, your mind will change, and you really think differently when you're sponsoring. So here's recruit, the word, before I share these little tips. Here, more tips. Here's the word recruit broken down as an acronym.
Oh, goody, what a swell surprise.
I love acronyms. Sorry, guys. So R, the first one, you got to recognize potential. You got to see the best in people and show them the opportunity. I love to say, you would be so good at this. Look, you just took a flower, one of our products, to your office and got $500 of orders. You should take this party and become a consultant. Why not?
How often is that happening, Wendy?
And do what I do, because you are so good at this. Genuine compliments to people, not enough of those. We're dealing with social media drama, you know? My beautiful ocean blue. Oh, I love that. That's a gorgeous warmer. So pretty. So the first one is R in recruit. Recognize potential in people. I mean, some of the potential may be that they just need to earn extra money. What if your business could put a little more food, by someone joining, a little more food on the table for their family? Some shoes for their children.
That's not potential. Recognizing potential when you're recruiting is looking for a talent for sales, a talent for recruiting, a talent for operating on hearts, a talent. You need a talent for the thing that you're doing. Recognizing potential is not recognizing a vulnerability that somebody maybe doesn't have enough money to go grocery shopping for their whole family and then pitching them an opportunity where they have to hand you $100 in some cases to maybe make $1. The focus is on the person recruiting in the MLM and never about the person they are trying to recruit. If the focus was on the person they were trying to recruit, they would be trying to find ways to help them be able to put food on the table for their entire family without asking them for money in return. So stop trying to act like you're doing something amazing. It's giving savior complex. Have a seat.
That's what it's about. Having that big heart and that passion and recognizing that with people around you is so important. Okay, the next one, E, educate and empower. Share tools, training, and success that give them the confidence to join. Look, girl, I'm here. SCENTSY has an amazing website. I'm using SCENTSY because that's what I know. We have amazing training tools. We have a checklist to get you through your first 15 days. I'm here. I'm going to do your launch party and help you, whether it's a virtual launch party or in person. Let them know that you are going to here to educate and empower and help their journey along the way. Always remember, when you teach a man, when you feed a man a fish, you feed him for a day. When you teach a man to fish, feed him for a lifetime. So let this be a teaching thing for you. Okay? C, connect personally. Make it personal about them. You heard they said that they're not in a good situation in their marriage, or they're whatever their problem is. Find that problem and find the solution.
Find the vulnerability and tell them that SCENTSY can solve it.
SCENTSY is not going to solve any of your problems. In fact, in most cases, it's going to give you more. It's going to give you more financial headaches. It's going to give you more people ignoring you when you ask questions because they don't know the answers either, because Heidi and Orville are gatekeeping all of the actual data you need to run a successful business that you're pretending to run, but you're actually just a 1099 contractor.
In your business. Oh, that is my passion, is helping and empowering people who want to work.
My passion is pointing out the bullshit that's spewing out of your mouth so people don't fall for it. Please send this to your friends, blast it on Twitter, do whatever you need to do, because this is the perfect example of what not to fall for. Don't fall for these fucked up business opportunity pitches. It's going to likely put you in a worse place.
Who want to do big things but also change their lives. Okay, so connect personally. Really connect personally. R, I gotta look at my notes. Reveal the rewards. What is in it for them? Is it the income? Maybe it's the community. What do they need? The flexibility. Sometimes people, hi Kelsey, just need fun. Make everything fun.
Go to in the jump park if you want to go have fun. Don't join an MLM. It's not gonna be fun.
It's like, I hate to say this. Okay, I'm going there. I did a party. Yeah, I still do home parties, and I drove to this lady's house, and it was super far away. And in Santa Clarita last Saturday.
In Santa Clarita last Saturday.
That's a killer title for a Hallmark movie.
A Hallmark movie in the summertime? Who's gonna do it? I want credit for that title.
So much. I just did fun things. I did these little lanyards for doing bookings, and I did this little basket. If they spend a certain amount, they gotta pick a prize, and it was money off on their next purchase, right? But what did I do? I upped my sales for the day. They saw that $10 coupon and said, I want to get that warmer now after their purchase. So anyway, it was fun. And the lady ended up joining my team that day, that very next day, because it was fun. But also, I talked about how I fundraise and how I give back to the community. She had dogs everywhere, so I knew she was an animal lover. So I listened to how many dogs she had and what rescues. And then I shared that I do fundraisers. I said,
you didn't share, you poked that vulnerability in that person. You don't know. I have a rescue dog. I adopted her. I did not rescue her. I give full credit to the actual rescue that rescued her. Her name is Winnie, and she's sitting right here snoring away. But anyway, if I didn't have the knowledge behind MLMs now, if you came to me in 2013 and 2014 and I had my Winnie and I went through this experience and told me that you have a warmer, that a portion of the proceeds goes to rescues or whatnot, because I think that's what they have right now. That's their cause, warmer. You would rope me in. If you have adopted a dog that was rescued and saved, or if you have rescued and saved an animal, you have a vulnerability like the fucking Sarah McLachlan commercials. I have to turn those off. I can't, because I will automatically be like, I have to give them my left kidney and my firstborn because these dogs need help.
Just kidding. I would never. All right.
So it's just the perfect example of how they find vulnerabilities in people and use them to their advantage to get you to hand over money so that they can benefit by having you join their team. If you want to give back to the community, take the money that you would be spending to join SCENTSY and make money and give it to the rescue foundation that you support. Give it to go to Chewy and buy off of their list of things that they need for their rescue. Don't utilize an MLM or take part in a fundraiser that's done by an MLM to help out an organization. Give the money directly to them. Support fundraisers where the money goes directly to them, not 10% of a sale of a warmer going to the place. It's not logical to me. It never made sense to me how the fundraisers really worked, even though I did one because, again, I was drinking the Kool-Aid. It never made sense to me how the SCENTSY fundraisers work, because in my mind, I always just thought they could make so much more by doing a regular fundraiser, doing a GoFundMe, asking for money on their Venmo if it's a situation like that. There's so many other ways. An MLM is not going to give you the best return on your fundraising efforts. Avoid them at all costs. If you ever get pitched by an MLM participant that their company can help you with a fundraiser, know that you have better luck getting more money going a different route, taking a different avenue, forking the road there and leaving.
If you have a rescue, I'd love to help. My heart and passion is in giving back to the community. That's what sold her. And her friends loved how much fun it was. So always be your genuine, authentic self. But sponsoring, sometimes it's just giving them the experience of our products and what it's about. They see the vision, and then they can picture themselves in that place. So ours was reveal the rewards. So much. You unleash the possibilities. Help them dream bigger. We get stuck in this little life that we just think this is all we have. There's more to life, my friends. Maybe that SCENTSY or that business you have is going to expand their brain and network and let them have the life they dream of. Ask them, what's your big dream? What are your big goals? You'll know exactly by listening to them. You know, God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. 2, 1. Use it accordingly. I remind myself all the time.
She's like a kindergarten teacher. We got it. We don't need you to point to your ears and mouth. We know what they are. This isn't head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
Gotta listen more. And that's where this Josh Coach training has really, really helped me become a better listener. So you unleash the possibilities. Yeah, help them dream big. What is that belief they have? They don't have much belief in themselves. They don't believe in themselves. That's where we can come in. And maybe making an extra $200 a month is all they need.
How is $200 a month going to help them believe in themselves? They probably need therapy. They could take the money that they were going to spend joining SCENTSY and then meeting their quotas month after month and spend it on therapy. Not BetterHelp, not a supporter of BetterHelp, but spent it on therapy.
We all need therapy.
Help them. Guide them into changing their life. I promise. Again, the moment you reach back and bring people up on this beautiful journey that you're on, your life, your life.
Oh my God. It's like she has a button like, all right, it's been almost 20 minutes. Cue the tears so we can get these people to buy what I'm saying. I could see right through this bullshit.
Changes, and so does theirs. I'm so passionate.
What am I watching?
I'm dead at that. Ugh, I'm so passionate. That was one of the most iconic moments I've ever seen since I've been reacting to training for the past 3 years.
I invite them to belong. Sometimes people just need a sense to belong. They just need a place. They might not be happy in their life. Let your business be their happy place. Let that business make them feel like they belong and they're welcome. You know, a sense of belonging is really a powerful magnet. You don't even realize when you're talking to that next person about joining, you don't even realize what that powerful magnet is. It might just be your business. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for all of our little magnets. We're trying to find the feelers, seeing what's going to attract them, seeing what's going to help them, seeing what's going to change their life so they can benefit, but we can change lives. Gotta remember that.
Did you see that? She almost said so we can benefit, so they can benefit, and we can change lives. In the end, you're benefit, and you're saying that out loud because you need to feel like you're changing lives because you're so passionate. I see right through it. This is an act. It feels like an act. Stop taking advantage of people who need community, who need friends, who are in a vulnerable place.
You're giving a gift. It's a gift. This business, direct sales, is a gift. I love direct sales. I wouldn't have done it for 23 years. I'm going to do this till I die, basically. I love it. Okay, teach them to duplicate. Yeah, they have to do it as well. They have to sponsor. People are never going to remember the words you said. You're talking. What they're going to remember is the way you made them feel. Did they feel like you were trying to reach your goal? Oh, hey, Susie, great time to join. We've got this great join special. It's this and that because we just diarrhea of the mouth. Instead, Susie, I was looking on Facebook the other day. Everything okay? I'm thinking about you. Get into that conversation.
That's gross. You're teaching these people to build what other people will see as genuine relationships so that they can, in the end, recruit them to their team. That's the end goal. Not just to have a friend, a companion to go get coffee with and keep company. Not just somebody to go hiking with. Not just somebody to go to a concert with. You want somebody who thinks that they're going to be that person, but you really just want them to join your team. You have no interest in hanging out with them and doing things with them. You just want them to join your team because it's lining your pockets. How is this still happening in the world?
Connect. You can send a voice message. You can text. You know, you can even FaceTime a person and really, you can meet them one-on-one. Do what works for you. My favorite thing is I always say, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can in your business. But I'm telling you, teaching them to duplicate, the second they join and they bring in somebody else, a friend or a partner or a buddy to show up at events, show up at meetings, this is where your life and their life fully changes. Embrace it, my guys. Yes. Don't forget to always be genuine and authentic in everything you approach in your business.
You mean how you are doing right now? None of this was genuine and authentic. You can feel it. It's palpable that this is so shallow. This is surface level. I don't believe that she believes the words coming out of her mouth.
People can read through BS.
Thank you.
Lead with your heart. If you're not having a good day, maybe you do need to reach out and talk to 5 people or have 5 conversations about joining your business. That may be what changes your day. But also, when you truly get out of your own head, think about what it is to other people, right? You know it. What it means. Like I said, those shoes for their kids, that date night with their hubby once a week that's going to save their marriage.
Shoes for your kids? If you cannot buy shoes for your kids, you should not be joining a business opportunity that costs you money. Take that money that you just found to join this business opportunity and buy your fucking kids some shoes. You could probably get 2 pair at Walmart if you take the $100 that it costs to join SCENTSY with the regular kit. This is mind-blowing. I hate that they talk about the financial insecurities of people that people might be dealing with and utilize that as a way to pitch a business opportunity that you have to pay for. You have to pay for. Not only do you have to pay to join, but then you have to pay $10 or $15 a month to keep your website up so people can shop with you. How is that helpful when you have almost a 0% chance of return on your investment? How does that make sense? It doesn't.
It's nonsensical.
That's why you're looking for people with vulnerabilities that will take what you're trying to give them because they feel hopeless. And you might be the only person that is reaching out and acting like you give a when actually you don't.
Because they have the money to take their husband to dinner. They can treat him. I have a lady, she goes, I'm just doing it for the date nights. And I thought, how cute is that? You never know how you can change their lives. Okay, I'm going to really quickly talk about, I've been chatting away with you guys. I hope you're learning some things. Hi, Gail. Hello, Missy. So this is the document that I'm going to share. And it's really powerful.
I have a correction to make.
Really manipulative is what she meant to say.
And it does say sponsor SCENTSY. So just know, for you, it's going to be just sponsoring. So, sorry, hold on one sec. Quick drink of water. I just got dry mouth. So instead of saying, join my team. I mean, some people like that word join. Maybe that's what your company uses. But I've felt and I have found doing this for so many years that if I listened to what their needs were, found a form, a document, a piece of paper, scan this into your notes of your phone, whatever works for you, this will help you when you're having those conversations. So things to say instead of join. Now, if they're focused on community because you're listening and you're saying they love to have more friends. My favorite one is when someone goes, I don't have any friends. That's wonderful. With SCENTSY, you're going to have a whole new group of friends and people that love and share.
Cool. Yeah. They're going to have all these friends of the consultants that they just joined this group of. And that's going to be overwhelming, first of all. But who the fuck are they going to sell to? Who are they going to recruit? If they have no friends and no family and you're inviting them to join this community of people selling the same fucking thing, how is that going to bring them success in any way, shape, or form? It's not.
And care about your business like theirs. Oh, I'll get friends? Yes, you will get friends in our community, okay? So focus on community. Say things like, be a partner. You ever thought about being a partner with me in this business? Partner with me. Be a part of, right? Be a part of. You could say, come do this with me. Become a brand ambassador with me. How about this? Well, it says come do SCENTSY, but you would say come do Amari with me. Have you ever thought about doing SCENTSY with me? These are all things that you can say instead of saying the word join. Come do this with me. Be a part of an amazing family. What if somebody is like, I just want trips and adventures. So here's some things you can say if that is where they're leading. Because remember, you're listening to your client. You're listening to this customer. And so now you're like, oh, she said the word travel is important. So maybe something like this. Start your own adventure. Take a chance. Start your journey. Hey, give it a shot. What have you got to lose?
Money, time, dignity.
Test drive the consultant life and experience the perks. All right, so now these are some couple straight to the points. Just start.
You know when that makes sense? Just start. Just start when you don't have to pay. I actually cannot stomach her anymore. And I feel like I've come to know my audience enough to have an idea that you might feel the same. If not, I apologize. She was just reiterating all of the things that we went over on the manipulation list, if you will. So I figured we don't need to hear that again. We already summarized it. We're good, lady. And I think we got enough teachable moments out of this. But as always, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.
Someplace I could hide away. I feel like blessing my